Oh? I didn't think I would see you here.
Are these two your friends?
Yes. We had the fortune of meeting not too long ago. They are traveler.
This, good sir, seems not to appreciate the almighty power of the Lord of Geo. As a professional archaeologist, I'm inclined we are discussing the whereabouts of the
As everyone knows, the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Riyue. Today, Riyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent.
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin, for example...
No. More the world's first, right? Well, buy the book when it comes out to read the full...
I can't say I agree. Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword first. Rex Lapis just meant for Mora to serve the world's first...
I think that...
No, I am not debating right or wrong.
Enough! Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more than me?
I know but little about history, and I wouldn't dare...
Well then, answer me this. Long ago...
That is correct.
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something so...
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce.
Oh.
I mean, I am talking about...
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology.
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany...
Of course. They can... What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of anger. Your argument just now exhibited a cuteness, so I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other...
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance.
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt. The god of salt, Havria, was a Morax used a rather... Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already searched for answers for a long time.
Quite so.
Over here, Mr. Zhongli. I've been looking for you. First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact. But this time, I registered with the Riyue Ministry. I will be conducting an archaeological... I heard that Wang Sheng...
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wang Sheng... Well...
Of course you would...
Wait!
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too. This experience may be of... It is a story from before...
Wait. This is an archaeological...
But this friend of mine has a treasure finding...
Oh? What?
If my friend espies a treasure chest...
Well, that is quite... Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the Overlord of the Vortex... An ancient artifact would be... This place looks so ordinary. Can we really I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle did just occur.
Guyan Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be. Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here, piercing and after many years of wind erosion, what we see now is just the part of them that remain, but due to the different... So besides wind erosion...
Well, a god ape...
Indeed. Most of the objects from that...
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be... I mean, well, since we brought so many people...
Okay then.
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession. What?
I get it. I'll escort him then.
Okay. If we find anything... The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make us... Guyan Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day. See that object in the center? Perhaps this should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology?
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried very hard to...
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't. She left me to rely solely on guessing. I mean, experience.
I've just been researching the god of salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange? And you! You kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of...
I mean, isn't measured...
Now, calm down. Oh, what a shame. These objects, this stone slab we...
Quick, give it to me. At least we didn't come for no... Oh, but these other objects are...
Not at all. My quest won't cover the... But you? You're just trying to use
Nonsense! I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear, if I'm lying, may the...
Oh, by the way,
Oh? Why is...
that's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection.
Ah, I see.
See? You do want...
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and All right, then.
Don't flee! Hey!
I heard that South Korea was once the home of the god of salt's people. Therefore...
According to legend, but this legend has been around...
Oh, good. That's just great. If I...
About that. I know there's a ruin deep in... However, I found... So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break... I don't know. There's no the god of... So, the one...
Who cares about all that?
You weren't listening at all, were you?
Ah, but we have the illustrious
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even...
I may know some.
What?
Over the years, I've heard various... Let's go take a look.
Okay, since... Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed. See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another? This place seems familiar. When I investigated the seal last time, but when we lit up all the...
That's because you don't just need the secret to this puzzle. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life.
To the north, to the east, do the people...
I think I've heard the saying.
Certainly you have. To provide a haven at that time, and that haven she eventually...
How sad then.
Okay, enough with these ancient stories.
Tianheng in the south. Yaoguang. With this clue, you Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingse in the north. The directions are the clue.
Look! The seal really was broken! Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth, lost to time. Before entering the ruin,
Okay.
I propose you to show my sincerity. I won't be taking any treasure. This will...
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the...
I don't agree either. He will only defile the
Well then, if you will have to rely on your own experience...
You have the audacity to demand this.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, if we discover the truth behind the god of salt...
I can accept this arrangement. Well then.
Are these... statues?
No. These are people.
Ugh.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this room?
Eyes.
Look at this!
Oh, it just looks like a fancy salt.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt...
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt.
Finally. After all that effort, I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or...
Hey! How can you use a...
If Mr. Clement wants this salt,
Of course, as we agreed.
Since we have a contract,
then let's move on, shall...
Gather!
Just a simple...
This, if I remember correctly...
Indeed. But when you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become... The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear.
What? That's even better than the salt check.
Well then, according to our contract...
No, unacceptable. And this girl has been used...
So you are saying you want to break the cup?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the... Let's not forget who hired who here.
Because you agreed to a Rex Lapis once said, ones who break their contract...
That is one of your Riyue gods. I...
will suffer the wrath of the...
Swift and but how?
Crumble! Order guide you.
Can't run from death. I shall confiscate your You are not worthy to
Oh, darn you!
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. When people see the I think we should... That in truth...
Why do you say that?
Miss, you aren't interested. I believe those legends of...
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great... You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8... Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos. During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for... We hate him! So I seek proof of Morax's guilt. We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head-on.
Naturally, of course. Come with me.
Order guide you.
This is... Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves that the power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the salt. If we can repair the sword, then...
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate...
Why? We were alternating claims to...
Yes, but the only one object per claim clause still...
This logic!
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to...
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired! No matter what, I must be faithful, even if it breaks the contract. I don't care.
So you are already decided? That is to say, you...
That's okay. The god of salt gave up her life to protect her people. Punish me however you want. Just let me take this proof of...
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. As punishment.
Huh? The truth?
Yes. I'm afraid to say that the god of salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you imagine her to be. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control. But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands, until only one small haven remained.
No. No!
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her people with.
Not even a single blade?
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt, but is instead the murder weapon used to kill.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true!
As I said before, I own...
Preposterous! You are a follower...
It is a punishment after all. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin.
What did they see? What?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door. This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these... The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak... The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be... No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of those who could not flee. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Riyue. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid, so they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword, but they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted...
This must be a lie. Don't you dare try to...
This is the price she must pay. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that... Indeed. In ages past, faith in a god who has already passed will... So it is for Havria. And so it is... All right then. Treading old ground, one cannot help. Now, I mentioned the Adepti have presently handed Riyue over to mortals, and Havria to leave them here is to let them slumber. And I ended an era with my own two hands. History records, but history may be changed. I need to find a better way of record. Stone carvings were one such ancient method, but Therefore, I thought of you. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Tevat. Now then, it is time. As I said before, this is the place to which the remnants of this includes Osial, overlord of. Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folk tales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Riyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate. I will remain here for a while. I fear that though the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler do have power in, if a day comes when he should recover his strength and I will remain here for a while. We did not, of course. I will remain here for a while. That is a good question, but now. But if this journey was to your liking,